What comes to mind when you think of the Great Barrier Reef? Is it the crystal clear water surrounding its many pristine islands? Its diverse and special ecosystems and marine life? Or its breathtaking scenery? But when I say Great Barrier Reef, does coral bleaching ring a bell? The Great Barrier Reef is one of Earth's most breathtaking natural wonders. As the largest coral reef in the world, it has become one of the most popular tourist attractions in Australia and the world. With its picturesque tropical islands, 3,000 individual reef systems and beautiful sunlit golden sand beaches, it's not hard to see why. The Great Barrier Reef is famous for its various tourist activities that include snorkeling, scuba diving, aircraft tours, cruise tours, whale watching, swimming with dolphins, and educational tours. The Great Barrier Reef is one of the 7 wonders of the world. Its breathtaking views make history as the only living thing visible from space. This special World Heritage listed site is important to the world's diverse ecosystems, as the reef is home to the breeding grounds of humpback whales and many endangered species, such as the green sea turtle and the dugong.
But the Great Barrier Reef is threatened. Climate change and global warming were identified in the recent years as one of the greatest threats to the long-term health of the Great Barrier Reef. Climate change has already had a significant impact in the Great Barrier Reef, and the coral is highly vulnerable to its effects. Coral plays a critical role in the Great Barrier Reef's ecosystem to form habitats and provide protection for the reef's numerous species. Rising sea temperatures are wreaking havoc across the reef that have put the corals in a constant state of stress as they adapt and conform to these new heat levels. This causes coral bleaching. Coral bleaching can cause coral death, and to this day is one of the main causes of death in reefs across the globe. An increase in sea temperature can also affect the growth and reproduction of corals, and often corals do not perform the correct reproduction cycles to sustain their reefs.
Ocean acidification, which is caused by human activities, is also a threat to coral reefs. Ocean acidification affects corals' ability to produce their skeletons. This results in weaker structures, which can have a drastic effect in the long term as they face strong storms and currents, and will have less energy to withstand physical disturbances and respond to stress. These issues also affect the species using the coral for habitats.
The Great Barrier Reef is not the only large reef that is threatened. Coral reefs are found in 109 countries, and significant reef degradation has occurred in 93. Counting only the economic values of fisheries, tourism, and shoreline protection, the cost of destroying 1 kilometre of coral reef ranges between $137,000 to $1,200,000 over a 25-year period. Properly managed coral reefs can yield an average of 15 tons of fish and other seafood per square kilometre each year. Southeast Asia's coral reef fisheries alone are estimated to yield $2.4 billion annually. Various countries in the Asia-Pacific region rely on the ocean and its reefs for food and work, but climate change is threatening these people.
We have already lost 27% of the world's coral reefs. If present rates of destruction are allowed to continue, 60% of the world's coral reefs will be destroyed over the next 30 years. More than 450 million people live within 60 kilometers of coral reefs, with a majority directly or indirectly deriving food and income from them. That means, for a lot of people, their lives and incomes will be jeopardized.
The Australian Government and the Great Barrier Reef Marine Park Authority have put in place a program that forms partnerships with schools and communities to work towards a sustainable future for the Great Barrier Reef. This educational program currently has 113,000 kids committed to working towards the conservation and protection of the Great Barrier Reef. Students in this program are involved in activities in and outside of the classroom. Activities include schools undertaking energy reviews, creating worm farms, growing their own fruit and vegetables, and taking part in local cleanups. Schools benefit from taking part in this program, and so can you. I encourage you to take some action and educate yourselves on what is happening to our reefs. By taking the time and getting involved with your community, you can take part in protecting our valuable reef.